Hey guys. Sorry, I just had to check the volume. All right, so today is day 41 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. This is a good one, very short, but it's called Get Up on the Right Side. And so I'm just going to share with you a little bit about what this one is, and I'm going to read a small excerpt. So the author talks about how as a child he was incredibly intrigued by the idea that you could actually have a better day or a good day just by getting up on the right side of the bed. And I just thought that was comical because my kids recently learned this and they were fascinated by that. So he goes on to say that today his fascination is not so much with the right side of the bed as it is with the right side of the head. Think about that, the right side of the head. Or to be more precise, the right side of the brain. In the 1930s, brain surgeons discovered the different functions of the two halves, the two hemispheres of the brain while working with epileptics. Let's see. They made the greatest breakthroughs in discovering that dreams, energy, and creative insight come from the right side of the brain, while linear, logical, short-term, and short-sighted thinking come from the left side of the brain. So you've heard that if you're, you're left-brained, you're really good at math, and if you're right-brained, you're really good at art. And so he's going to talk a little bit more about how to really leverage the two hemispheres to bring them together so that you're able to really maximize your thought output. Let's see. He talks about how we have more control over drawing our vital energy and creative ideas from the right brain than we ever realize. And what stimulates the right brain the most is our high sense of purpose. And that is the difference between having motivation and not having motivation. It's purpose. If you had to carry a heavy sack of sand a long distance, across town, say there were some kind of like major disaster and you had to carry a heavy sack of sand across town, you would probably begrudge it and say that you couldn't do it, and you probably would think of every reason to quit. But if for some reason that instead was a situation where you had to carry your little girl who weighed the same as that heavy sack of sand across town, guess what? You'd have no problem. You would find all the strength you possibly could muster up because you would just have it in you. He says that it's a surge of vital energy that comes from the right brain. That's what purpose does to your brain. Self-motivation gets more and more exciting as the left brain gets better and better at telling the right brain what to do. So basically it comes down to this. You've heard like in all these weight loss commercials, or if you've ever had a Beachbody coach or anybody, they always tell you you have to have a why, okay? So when it comes down to your motivation, it's the same thing. Whether it's your motivation to keep your house clean, or your motivation to lose weight, or your motivation to finish school, or your motivation to insert whatever objective, you need to assess why you're doing it. And once you've identified your why and narrowed down your purpose, your right and your left hemisphere will begin to really connect and bridge the gap between success and failure. Because at the end of the day, you really need to know why you're doing something in order for you to determine whether or not it's even the right thing. And once you get your why straight, your purpose down, motivation is just a natural byproduct. So there you go. I'll talk to you guys all on day 42. Bye.